Definitely not enough time. Definitely not enough time today to build out the incredible images that I have in my head. There's definitely not enough time today to do the full production that I want to do. But the great news is we're going to get a piece. You're going to get a piece today. You're going to be able to take a nug. You're going to be able to take a chunk. You're going to be able to take that with you today. You're going to be like, okay, good. I got a piece. And then you'll come back tomorrow and it'll be better, right? I'll build it out, and it'll be better. But hey, that's kind of the thing. When you're doing a daily show, bro, I remember talking to John Weiss about this. John Weiss was the head pastor, Southland Christian Church, and I was telling him what we do here, and he's like, bro, that's crazy. Crazy. He's like, dude, I've been doing one message a week, 40 messages a year for 20 years. And he's like, there's absolutely no way I could do every single day. He's like, bro, you're freaking nuts. I'm like, I know, dude. I know. Tell me about it. Today's one of those days. Today's one of those days where if I had 4 hours, I could build for 4 hours. If I had 4 weeks, I could probably build for 4 weeks. But here's what we got. We got this time here together today. So we're going to dive into this. I'm super excited about this week's series. Like, ridiculously excited about this week's series. It's going to be super fun. All right. So I guess let's dive in. Good morning and welcome to the #1 morning show in America. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 9, author, speaker, and the founder of 800%.life. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Today is Monday. And I can't tell quite yet online. I cannot tell if Facebook is hiding us from the rest of the world or if the rest of the world is just a little slow to get moving on a Monday morning, which we have noticed. We have noticed that Monday mornings, typically, people kind of dragging in a little bit on Monday mornings. By the time we get to Friday, it's nuts, man. By the time we get to Friday, we got crazy numbers of people that are joining in here. Oh, it's a holiday. Oh, thanks, Mary Lynn. I didn't even think about that. Today's a holiday. Okay, so we got a lot of people sleeping in. Oh, my gosh, I hope the gym is open. Ooh, my son's going to be mad. I didn't even think about that. My son Joel has decided. What's up, Marcus Ellis? I should have known that, dude. Martin Luther King Day. Oh my gosh. So my son Joel has decided that he wants to go work out with me at the YMCA every morning. Well, what that means for him, I don't work out until 6:30. That's when I work out. But I leave the house at 4:50. I leave the house at 4:50 a.m. to work out at 6:30, and the gym is right next to my office here, right here where the studio is. And so in order for my son to work out with me at 6:30, he has to leave the house with me at 4:50, an hour and 40 minutes before the workout. That's crazy. But he wants to do it. And so today he's with me. I don't think they're going to be open over there now that I think about it. And he's going to be really, really, really mad at me. But we'll find out. Golly. And now I just feel like this whole show, everything just shifted. I don't know if I should kick off this series today. Maybe I should wait to kick off the series. And what I should have done today was something around Martin Luther King. That's what I should have done today. How can I tie it in? Okay, you guys are watching my brain work in real time. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Today is Monday, January 19th, 2026. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Monday, January 19th, 2026. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where today we've got a high of 23 degrees. I'm not talking about that, Trish. I know they'll watch the replay. I'm just saying. I probably should have honored Martin Luther King this morning. That's what I should have done. So today is a high of 23 degrees, a low of 8 degrees. Right now it's a real feel of 10 degrees outside, and it is supposed to be the same all week. It's supposed to be the same. What's up, Jeremy Nolling? It's supposed to be the same. It's supposed to be the same all week, that cold, and then next week's supposed to be even colder, is according to the 10-day. And I don't like the cold, but it's okay. It's okay because when it's cold, we tend to like buckle down. You notice that? We kind of buckle down, we lock in, we come together, and we learn things. We tend to learn that it is cold. We tend to learn things that can propel us forward in seasons when we're kind of locked down, right? You guys remember that whole, multi-year experience that we all had together in the early 2020s where everything was locked down. And in that lockdown, when people kind of were like, stuck in their houses and so on and so forth, there was a lot of innovation that came out of that. There were people that were learning languages. There were people that were becoming creators. They had never done any creative stuff before. People started going live. People started creating content. People started building things, right? Diving deeper into their relationships with their spouses and with their children, right? It was a shift, man. Sometimes being stuck inside can help us extract what is inside us. Because when we're outside and we're moving and when we're traveling, and when we're connecting, and when we're relating, when we're speaking, when we're doing all of the things, sometimes it's difficult and challenging for us to get out of rhythm to create new ideas and innovations. See, Alexandria learned how to make homemade jam. How many people learned how to make homemade jam? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big deal. The world is a better place when it has homemade jam in it. Like, that's just a fact, right? The world is a better place. My wife did the same thing. She started making homemade strawberry jam. Like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So the lockdown ended up sparking a lot of innovation. Cold weather can kind of do the same. My kids are like, it's bored. We're bored. What do? We don't want to go outside. Next thing you know, they're gathering. Where's that picture? There it is, right there. They're sitting at a desk and they're reading to one another. They're creating pictures. In this picture right here, this is Oakland on the right. This is Caroline on the left. And they were sitting because it was cold. They didn't want to go outside. They were sitting at the table and they were drawing dresses for all of the girls in our family. And they were drawing suits with bow ties for all the boys in the family, right? So listen, it's cold this week. It's supposed to be colder next week. And that's okay, because when it's cold, we buckle down, we lock in, we come together, learn something that propels us forward. And like my guy Brad Wise said in the Morning 5 Planner today, if you have your planner, you open it up, right there at the top, there was a quote submitted by my guy Brad Wise. Marilyn Wilkin knows him well. He was the first one to give her son a job at Furman Chevrolet down there in the car business. And Brad Wise says, progress equals happiness. Progress equals happiness. Scott Gerard said he lives in Canada and it's -6 degrees Fahrenheit. Pretty nice, actually, he says. Progress equals happiness. So listen, I have a super exciting series for you this week. The series this week is a series we've never done before. It's never been done on this show, ever. It's a series I've never done. We have done around 2,000 episodes of this show. If you're new around here, my name is Glenn Lundy, husband to one, father to nine. I am an author. I am a speaker. But I would say my most important and impactful piece of work has been this show right here. Hashtag Rise and Grind, daily morning show, bringing you motivation, education, and inspiration. We go live at 5:30 a.m. Eastern time and have since January of 2018 in one form or another. Couple little breaks here and there. Took a little summer off, I think. But over those 8 years that it's now been of us doing this show, I guess 2018 would be 1 year, 19 would be 2, 20 would be 3, 21 would be 4, 22 would be 5, 23 would be 6, 24 would be 7, 25 would be 8. So this is now, we're going into our 9th year. Is that right? Yeah, because you got to count that full year. So we're going into our 9th year. And I've never done a series like this. I've never done a series on what we're going to do. I have done shows on morning routines. I have done shows on faith, understanding your faith, connecting deeper with the spiritual side of who we are. I have done shows on family. I have done shows on finances. I have done shows on, last week we did a whole show on going to court, getting sued. What's up, Scott Simons? How you doing? I've done shows on that. I've done shows on New Year, New You. We've done lots of New Year shows. We've done tons of those. I've done shows around lake life, which I love being on the lake, by the way. We've done shows on lake life. We've done shows on taking the journey, climbing the mountain, all of those different things. We've done shows around different books that we've read. We've done shows around Jesus and understanding him, who he was and his walk and his journey. And we've done shows around casinos. Right? We've done shows around everything from Jesus to casinos, right? And everything in between. We've done shows about football. We've done shows about different cities and states, from Tennessee to California to New York to Arizona to Chicago. Like, we've done so many different shows about different parts of the country and around the world. Drop them in the comments if you can remember different series and different shows that we've done. But over 2,000 episodes, and this is crazy as I was thinking about it this morning, we've never done what we're going to do this week. Never once. And I'm going to tell you what that is here in just a second. Before I do, though, you know what we got to do on this show. Come on. Let's go. We got to do some dancing. Let's go. Get your body in motion. An object in motion stays in motion. An object at rest stays at rest. So what we do here on this show is we get dancing. We get our bodies in motion. If you're in the bed right now, it's time for you to get up. Let's go. Yeah, we've done shows on Halloween. Who loses if you don't win? That's right. You got to do some dancing. Maybe you're somewhere later in the day. Maybe you're in the future. If you're in the future, maybe you're at work. Maybe you're taking the kids to school. What's up, Pastor Jeff? Whatever it is, do some dancing, all right? Let's go. Let's get the body in motion. If you're on a run, I need you to pick it up. A little bit faster pace. What's up, Cesar? If you're on a run, pick up the pace. If you're lifting weights, I need a little more heavier weight. Let's go. This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. Because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you, yes, you, to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching this show live or you're watching on replay, say what's up, and I will say what's up back. Trisha Rue, how are you this morning? Great to see you. Mr. Mike Larkin, thank you for being in the building. I greatly appreciate it. I see I've got Danielle Baldwin is up in here today. Wendy Reeves is up in here today. Caesar, or is it Caesar? No, it's not Caesar. It's Cesar Augusto Ballesteros. Cesar Augusto Ballesteros. There we go. Good morning. I had to put a little accent on it. Marilyn Wilkin, thank you for being here. Spencer Nicholson, good morning. Dustin Williams, good morning. Rich Pincher, good morning. Good morning. Trisha Rue, good morning. Joan Goebel, good morning. Bill Harrison, what's up? Jeremy Nunley, what's up? Russell Hill, what's up? Tanya Colquhoun is in the building. Tony Schmidt is in the building. Great to see you, Tony Schmidt. Great to see you this morning. Hey, if you commented earlier, you're going to have to comment again because I had to back out and get back in because I couldn't see the comments, but now I can. So if you already said good morning and I didn't say your name, say it again. Jim Tursky, good morning to you. Tosh Queen, what's up, Tosh? She is in the hotel lobby at the hotel in South Africa, not able to dance as usual. Girl, what are you talking about? You are in a hotel lobby. You should be dancing more than anybody up in here. Are you kidding me? You're in a hotel lobby in South Africa. You should be like, You should be getting it like, right? You should be getting it. Everyone around you be like, what the heck? And then, dude, that's how you shift. That's how you shift energy. That's how you shift. You know what I'm saying? You love the beat today? All right, let's do it again. Tanya Robinson is in the building. Jody Tibbs is in the building. Good morning, Jody Tibbs. Great to see you. What's up, Robin Wilshans? Thanks for being here. Malika Carey is in the building. Malika Starr. Mike Strong. Scott Jarrett. What's up, Scott Jarrett, up there in Canada? Great to see you. Kimberly Hatfield is in the building. Denny Rust is in the building. Regina, I think I already said good morning to you. Kat Perez is in the building. Lisa Bourne is in the building. Marcus Ellis, my guy, is up in here. Tara Hope is up in here. Scott Simons in the building. What's up, Scott Simons? Louise Rafton Norris is up in here. Let's go. All right, we got a packed house now. It took a while for everybody to kind of drag in here. Samantha Star Baker. My boy Toomba Cool is up in here. What's up, Toomba? Let's go. Dude, it's got to be challenging keeping them horses. So Toomba's doing all the racehorse trainings. We have a thoroughbred racehorse named 800. We got a thoroughbred racehorse named 800, and Toomba Cool and his amazing team. They're training for the Derby, right? Yeah, you tell them Glenn Lundy said. That's right, Tosh. We're training for the Derby next year, and I appreciate the hard work and energy these guys put in. It's got to be even harder when it's 5 degrees outside because these guys start early. The sun never catches any of these guys in bed. It just never happens. So, okay, real quick, a couple of the announcements. If you haven't done so already, make sure you join the 800% Life. What's up, Bugsy Stidham? Make sure you join the 800% Life Facebook group. This is where we'll be making all kinds of different announcements. We've got ambassadors that are going to start putting together live local events in different areas all around the world. That's right, all around the world. I cannot wait until these meetups start to kick off. A meetup might be you meet up just to have conversation and some coffee. It might be a meetup to for a run or a hike, or it might be a meetup to, it might be a book club or whatever. I think Evan and his wife are getting ready to do an 800% running club here. So there's going to be meetups all around the world. The ambassadors are going to be starting to pop up these meetups here in the next 30, 60 days or so. So these announcements will be coming in the 800% Life Facebook group. Make sure that you're a part of that. You also want to make sure that you have downloaded, go to m5.800%.life. It should be in the Apple and Google Play Store here in the next week or two. Yeah, that would be great to have some meetups in the UK. That would be amazing. So make sure you download the Morning 5 app. The Morning 5 app is where you can do your morning routine, get points for it, exchange points for gear. so on and so forth. You can do all of those things, which is amazing. So make sure you go to m5.morning or m5.800%.life and download that. And like I said, it will be in the store soon. The last thing I want to remind you and let you know, in case you didn't check it out, let me clear that. That's not what I wanted. I want this right here. Last thing that I wanted to let you know is, let's clear those tabs. Last thing I wanted to let you know, where are we at? They changed the website. Okay, so last thing I want you to know is that the store is live. If you go to 800%.life, you can go to the store, view all 800% Life material, and these 3 shirts right here at the top, red shirt, pink shirt, purple shirt, they say 800% all heart. These shirts are only going to be available. I don't know why it's not showing the logo like it should be. These shirts are only going to be available for a limited time. They're basically for next month. I guess it's just showing you the quality of the shirt. It's not showing you the image for some reason. But go grab yourself a t-shirt. Go grab yourself a t-shirt, or if you want, you can get a hoodie to stay warm. You can get some jogging pants. You can get all these things, so on and so forth. All right, at 800%.life. That's the last thing I wanted to show you. All right, let's dive into, actually, we're not going to go too deep into this series because I kind of forgot that it was Martin Luther King Day, because I don't really track the days like that. But I told you we're going to be doing a series that we've never done before, and here we go. If you're listening, you have no idea what it just said on the screen. If you're watching, you do know what it just said on the screen. But basically, we are coming off of a really big weekend, right? We were coming off a big weekend. The Broncos won their game and lost their quarterback when it comes to the NFL. The Seahawks won their game. The Patriots, the Rams. We had some good football this weekend. And some epic kind of battles that went back and forth, some very captivating games where it seemed like every single play had implications. Some just real strong battles. This whole playoffs has been some real strong battles. So a lot of football this weekend in the Lundy house. We like to watch football. Everybody was pretty much around the house this weekend because, like I said, it was a little bit cold and so on and so forth. We had a lot of people come over to our house this weekend. Robert and Morgan came by and had dinner with us. Hadley and Tori were by this weekend. Jessica Bailey came by for a little bit. She took our son to a monster truck thing, and they had a sleepover over there, so on and so forth, right? So a lot of stuff at the house, which is cool. I got these new Meta glasses. Check this out right here.
Love you.
Oh. So I'm learning to do different things with the Meta glasses. I thought that was a pretty cool view. This is us going to church. It was cold, but we went to church Sunday morning. Really good church service. So this weekend was really football, family, church, and when it came to football, millions and millions of people watch these games. Millions of people watched these games, and while millions and millions and millions of people all around the world watched these football games, billions of dollars were generated. Billions of dollars were generated through the commercials, through the billboards, through the backdrops. Billions of dollars were generated when it came to football. Now, me and my family went to church as well. And in the church this weekend, if you look at the churches all around the world, also billions of dollars were generated. That's right. Through tithing, through fundraising, through different, our church sells donuts. And they shared the numbers this week. We go to a mega church, which has been growing incredibly over the last 12 months, really, but a huge surge in just the last few months. But they shared the numbers, and they shared at the church that just over 23,000 people attended for the Christmas service, just over 23,000 people. They also shared that for their end of the year offering, so we have our normal, tithing throughout the year, but then you have an end of the year offering. With the end of the year offering, they got $2.6 million. $2.6 million in a weekend at our church. So football generated billions. The church generated billions. Marketing companies generated billions. Training companies, consulting companies, companies with products. Think about all the daily transactions, real estate, billions, cryptocurrencies, billions, all of these things. And so when you think about it, everything from the church to sports to TV to entertainment to the car business, so on and so forth, like what do they all have in common? What do all these things have in common? And the answer, very clearly, once you start to extract it and think about it, the answer is what they all have in common is sales. Sales. Everything in life, in this life, in this existence, on this planet, everything revolves around sales. Whether it be selling goods or selling concepts or selling ideas or selling ideologies, everything is sales. What Marcus Ellis just shared right there in the comments is spot on. And I've met his wife, so I know exactly what he's referring to. He said everything in life is a sale. Just look at his wife. He ain't lying, dude. In football yesterday, they would use a term like out kicking the coverage. I'm just kidding, Marcus. You're a good-looking guy, man. You deserve that beautiful bride of yours. From goods to concepts to ideas to ideologies, everything is sales. Everything. Relationships, like Marcus is talking about, sales. To get someone to have sexual intercourse with you, sales. Motivation, sales. Education, sales. Inspiration, sales. Should I work out? Sales. Should I not work out? Sales. All of it. From family to friends to faith, all the 8 pillars, right? Faith, family, faith, family, friends, finances, fitness, career, education, mental health. It's all sales, dude. It's all sales. And most people are not good at it. Most people are not good at sales. Most people never study sales. Most people have a bad connotation associated with the word sales. There is a reason that the car business, without a degree, with a bad record, you can go into the car business and people in the car business make big money. You can make big money in the car business. You got salespeople, just up the street in little old Paris, Kentucky. You got salespeople making $10,000, $12,000 a month, right? You've got managers making $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 a month, right? Like there's big money in the car business. You got owners of dealerships making millions. The car business has actually created more billionaires than any other industry, right? But yeah, a lot of people don't go into it because they hear the word sales. They're like, oh, I can't sell. I could never do that. No. I can't sell. No, I need to go work at a corporate job, 9 to 5. I can't deal with commissions, can't deal with any of that stuff. I am not a salesperson. That's what people say all the time. And when I hear that, I'm like, well, the reality is, A, you've been sold on somebody else's dream or vision. Otherwise, you would not have gone and applied at that job. So you're in sales on the receiving end, and you've sold yourself on the idea that you can't do sales. So I got people working at a McDonald's. At 24 years old, making $2,500 a month when they could be working at a car dealership, making $25,000 a month. Same age, same experience, same mindset. The only difference is they've been sold on one path versus another. They've sold themselves on one path versus another, and they've sold themselves on this idea that they can't do sales, but yet they sold themselves. So here's what we're going to do this week, and I'm not diving into today. Obviously, we're already 30 minutes in. Today is Martin Luther King Day. And if you think about what Martin Luther King did for me, what Martin Luther King did for this country, and what Martin Luther King did for millions of people at the time, and ultimately billions of people in the future. What Martin Luther King did is Martin Luther King didn't just stand on a pulpit and share a vision. Martin Luther King didn't just march through the cities and peacefully protest. No. Martin Luther King sold millions of people on a vision of a future that was unlike anything they'd ever seen before. Martin Luther King sold cities and government officials on the concept that you and I can share space equally, that we could actually live out this pursuit of life, liberty, this pursuit of happiness. Martin Luther King sold his vision. He sold his faith. He sold how he carried himself. He sold who he was. And in doing so, he sparked a revolution that created an opportunity for a guy like me to hang out with a guy or a girl like you. It wasn't just 70 years ago that you and I could not interact and engage the way that we do today. And I'm incredibly grateful for that. Would not have happened without sales. If he didn't have the skills and the ability to sell himself, to inspire others to stand up and take charge, to inspire 1 million people to show up at the Washington Monument, it's all sales. All sales. And so shout out to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. for being an incredible salesperson. An incredible salesperson that through his vigor and willingness to study and understand the psychology of sales and human beings, he was able to make an impact on my life and on yours. So I'm going to end today on that note. Tomorrow, we will start our series. The series is simply titled, How to Sell. And over the next 4 days, I'm going to teach you all of the things that you need to know around sales. Now, don't be scared of it. Don't back up from it. Don't say, no, oh, ugly, no, can't do sales. This will be unlike any sales training you've ever seen in your life. This will be unlike any sales conversations you've ever had in your life. That is my promise and my guarantee to you. You will walk away at the end of this week understanding how important sales is to your future and exactly how to do it. Not to sell a product, although that will be part of it. Not to sell to generate money, although that will be part of it. But to sell in a way that is intentional, because you are already selling. You just might be selling yourself and others on ideas that don't move you forward. And my job by the end of this week is to put you in a position where you can sell yourself on self and others in a way that will move you towards your full potential. Does that sound fair? It's going to be an awesome, awesome week. Can't believe I've never done this series before. We're going to do it. It's going to be incredible. All right? On that note, we're going to get out of here. Go enjoy your holiday. I hope this gym is open over here because my son is going to really kick my butt if it's not. But have an amazing holiday. Like I said, I didn't even realize it was a holiday. All of my people are probably like, Glenn did not give us the day off today. Enjoy the holiday. I'll see you tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again. Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys. And Glad. Have a great day. Peace.